In this video, we cover the plural in French. Now in French, if you want to make a word plural, usually you just add an S at the end of the word, okay? Surprise, surprise. Luckily, this is the same as in English. Now one thing to note is you don't pronounce this S at the end of the word. Another thing I want you to note is I'm saying usually, and that's because there are cases where you don't add an S at the end of the word to make the plural. I'm not going to go into that in this video. I'm going to make a separate video on that. Think about it like in English, how we have words like the plural of goose is geese, or the plural of fish is just fish, right? So in English, we also have these weird things as well, and French has that too. Now let's look at an example to demonstrate this. So here I have le stylo, which means the pen. We want to make this plural. So, like I said, you simply add an S at the end of the word stylo, so it becomes stylo. Okay, it's not stylos, it's stylo. Still pronounced the same. Now here's the trick question. What about the word le? Does it change as well? Well, it turns out, yes. Le becomes le. Okay? Let's look at another example. So we have the banana, la banane. Once again, you just simply add an S at the end of the word banane, and you get banane. Now what about la? Do we add an S at the end of la to make a plural? No. Actually, it's le again. Okay, so both the words le and la become le in the plural. And this is actually a good thing because that means in the plural, you don't have to think about whether it's le or la. You just say le. Alright? Now let's look at another example. So we've been saying the. Now let's look at how to say a. Okay, so here I have un stylo, which means a pen. And we want to make this plural, so the word stylo becomes stylo with an S. Now what happens with the word un? Because in English, you can simply say a pen, and then the plural of that is just pens. Right? So if you don't want to specify the pens, like specific pens, if you want to just speak in general, you can simply say pens. For example, you can have a sentence like, pens are awesome, right? The issue in French is you can't have a standalone noun like that. It has to be preceded by some sort of an article. So in French, there's a plural for the word a as well, okay? And that's going to be des, okay? Des. It looks nothing like the word un, but it is the plural of the word un. Okay, so a pen is un stylo, and then pens is des stylos. Let's wrap this up with a final example. Now we have une banane, a banana. Again, we make the word banane plural by adding an S at the end, so it becomes banane. But what do we do with the word une? Well, once again, it's simply going to be des bananes. So the plural of a as well, you don't have to think about whether it's un or une, you just simply say des. Okay, so I'm just going to summarize that here. Le and la become les, and un and une become des. Thank you once again for watching. I'll see you next time.